Now 6:31 new this morning. Many teachers will tell you that they've had a full plate with just added challenges this year because of the pandemic. The state of Missouri, though, trying to ease some of those financial burdens, at least with the new incentive. WGEM's Isabel Rossi live in Lewis County, Missouri this morning with a reaction from local teachers on that subject. Isabel, good morning.
Good morning, Dawn. The Missouri Board of Education is considering bonus checks to help encourage teacher retention, but teachers here at Highland High School say that more needs to be done because COVID-19 has added extra stress to their workload that you can't put a price tag on. And teachers here at the school also said that this year has been challenging due to the pandemic, mainly because they don't know what to expect each day. Just yesterday, the district had a bus shortage and the teachers had to teach in a remote setting. One science teacher said she's trying to remain flexible and work around the issues, but sometimes they reach a boiling point, and that's not good for any rural school district.
Coming back from higher education, it was a new transition anyway, and then having the pandemic has really forced me to hone my skills in using all different kinds of technology, finding ways to engage students in labs and simulations that are science related when they can't get hands-on learning. So it's really been a challenge and kind of forced me out of my comfort zone.
Teachers say it's not just the challenging workload, but the poor financial compensation too. English teacher Joseph Hattie says the state ranks 49th lowest in the state with a starting salary of $25,000. He says that's not what any first-year teacher wants to hear.
A person's salary is a huge factor. I mean, why would you go through, all of the headache and heartache of becoming a teacher when, well, frankly, you could use your degree to, make a lot more money and have a lot more security in other professions. And so, that's certainly an element that needs to be considered. It's hard to, for a lot of new teachers especially. I think most teachers drop out before year 5.
According to Missouri data, there are 70,000 teachers statewide, and the Deputy Commissioner for Finance with the State Board of Education is checking in on what can be done with federal coronavirus dollars. And the State Board of Education says encouraging teacher retention is very important and delaying retirement, but locally, Superintendent French says that he's already seen several teachers put in paperwork for retirement this year. Live in Lewis County, I'm Isabella Rossi, WGEM News.
Isabella, thank you. Now the new information out of Hannibal, where city officials are cracking down on businesses that are operating without a license. Over the past few weeks, the city says it has sent out final notices in the mail to 19 businesses who have had expired licenses since last summer. New for a morning audience, the mayor says some of these businesses may have closed in the last year, and they just need to update City Hall with their new information.
Some of these businesses on the list may have already closed up. And if that's the case, a simple phone call to City Hall to let us know, hey, I'm not operating as a business anymore, or I've disbanded my corporation. That's all it would take.
He adds that if they still don't hear back from those businesses in about a month, police enforcement will be used to make sure that they're in compliance.
Across the river in Quincy, City Council unanimously came together to decide to hire a company to look into a business development district at the Quincy Mall. So let's break this all down for you. According to our news gathering partners at the Herald-Whig, the city wants to hire St. Louis-based PGVA planners for $25,000. Here's what a business development district is. They say this would generate revenue from economic development by imposing a 1% retail sales tax or a 1% hotel motel tax on commercial or retail properties within that district. We talked to the mayor, Kyle Moore, after the council meeting. He says the firm is going to figure out if this area needs this development tool.
It's not just about the mall, but we know we have a lot of vacant anchor spaces, whether it be Sears or Kmart, Shafco, things like that. And they're going to have the ability to sign on if they want, but this would be a voluntary program, so nothing that the city is essentially forcing on those property owners. It's just saying to those property owners, this is a tool that other property owners in other communities have.
The $25,000 contribution would be refunded only if the 1% retail sales tax actually goes into effect. Now, should the district not move forward and this doesn't happen, city leaders say the city would lose out on all of that money.
2 people are dead following a wrong-way crash on I-72 East in Pike County. Illinois State Police say that a 58-year-old woman was driving westbound in the eastbound lane when her car slammed head-on into a 52-year-old man's car. It was around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. She was from Griggsville, Illinois. He was from Chatham, Illinois. Troopers are not yet releasing the names this morning pending notification of family. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin met with National Guard soldiers from the state in preparation for today's presidential inauguration. Senator Durbin tweeted out these photos saying enjoying time and having the chance to meet with Illinois members of the National Guard today. Thank you for your service and for doing your part to protect our nation's capital.
Time's now 6:37, and that's the story a lot of people are following today. The day of change across our nation.
That's right. We are hours away from a regime change in America. A live look at the National Mall this morning, where at midday, shortly after President Trump leaves Washington, Joe Biden will take the oath of office as the next commander-in-chief.
Tracy Potts has a look from the Capitol on what that inauguration ceremony is going to be today.
In just a few hours, under the tightest security this nation has ever seen, Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th president of the United States.
And I'm honored. I'm truly honored to be your next president and commander-in-chief.
Last night, the Bidens, with Vice President-elect Kamala Harris and her husband, gazed nostalgically across the National Mall, lit up to honor more than 400,000 people who lost their battle with COVID-19.
For many months, we have grieved by ourselves. Tonight, we grieve and begin healing together.
It's important to do that as a nation.
Aides say Biden's inaugural speech will focus on unity. President Trump is expected to make remarks at a red carpet military send-off this morning. In a videotaped farewell message, he sends good wishes to the new administration and takes a final victory lap.
I stand before you truly proud of what we have achieved together.
Overnight,